Good morning, YouTube. Well, actually, it's afternoon by now, but if you're in America, good morning. If you're in Asia, somewhere Far East, Japan, Korea, good afternoon and good night if you're going to go to bed soon. But for today's video, again, TAEMIN is going to go to the army soon, so I want to look at as many TAEMIN videos as possible before he gets into the army, because I think his storytelling is very interesting. And the more I get into his video work, the more I slowly understand what TAEMIN is doing and what he's actually going through. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at TAEMIN with Under My Skin. And like always, guys, if you want to see any more of videos, then please put your recommendations in the comment section below. And at the moment, I just was thinking last night, can someone please just suggest to me one of the worst videos out there in the K-pop industry? Like literally, I'm looking for a bad video. Do they even exist? I'm not really sure, but put them in the comments below. But let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into TAEMIN with Under My Skin, because why not? Before I start the video, I just want to say I have seen the video for the first 30 seconds, but I want to explore it a little bit because I wasn't sure if I knew this song or not, but I know I don't. So let's just explore what happens and enjoy TAEMIN for a little bit before we don't see any of his music anymore. Maybe he will make stuff in the army. Can you imagine? That would be kind of cool, no? Very interesting effect here. Basically what this is the beach with wind. Is this a practical effect? No, it's actually just nature. This is something that happens on the beach, and I think it's just great. I think this looks great. Of course, you can fake this to a certain point if you want to, add some powder at the very end, but you really have to time this properly, like this is most likely nature. It is nature, but like I said, you can also fake it with After Effects, but this is real. It's nice. I love it though, all the little bits of sands everywhere, moving with the wind. It looks great just. And also the wind going through his clothes, that shows that this is real. This is just fantastic. I love the beach. Let's have a look at this scene very quick. This is most likely a studio. You have a light outside, you have a light inside. Very simple, very rough looking, but I've always a feeling that TAEMIN has, I already said in my last video, like a bit of a split personality when it comes to his videos. He always shows two sides, either with him being locked into a certain area or locked within himself, or he's in nature enjoying himself to the fullest. If someone knows the correlation between this, just put in the comments below. I would love to know what goes in his head, but I get this vibe and this, I don't know what it's called, emotion from all of his videos, but it's an interesting take as well. I'm also very happy they don't have any face softening. It just looks so nice, so much more natural. It looks good. Beautiful TAEMIN. Keep it up. It's always interesting when you see TAEMIN, by the way. He has this look. And he does this part, and then he looks like this all the time in most of his videos. It's a very interesting look. It's his thing, but I'm happy that they are still doing it. And this video is from 2018, so I'm happy he still is doing this unique thing, because that makes TAEMIN. He has this very, like, he's going undercover somewhere and he's looking at something. I think it's fantastic. Is that going to be a piano again? I have a feeling this is a piano. I don't know why, but he also had another song with a piano. There's a piano correlation with most of his songs. It looks great. Very beautiful lighting, I must say. You can see that they use either a reflector. I'm not really sure if they used a reflector or proper lighting, but I can imagine that there was sun there and they reflected the sunlight back onto him. It looks really, really nice, I must say. And also they're very lucky with the background. Really lucky moment for them. The only thing I don't like, in all honesty, let's go back there. You have a windmill here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, it is the location. It is nature, but maybe turn the angle a little bit and the windmill will be gone. I think that would have been good as well. Because we're really just working on a natural environment. And you have no artificial man-made structures here. So why is a windmill there? It's something that I would just maybe question there, and maybe would have turned the angle to a certain point. But I must say, this is a really wide angle lens. You can basically see the distortion. And this is something for maybe you to learn. Do you see how sharp everything is here, here, and here? But the more you go to the edges, the more unsharp it gets because there's distortion in these really wide angle lenses. It looks good, but like I say, if you don't focus on these edges here, everything fine. The focus is anyway here. The god himself, TAEMIN. Lens flare. I knew it. The piano has returned. I'm just happy that they actually have a piano here. It just looks really different and looks very dynamic. The question is, does it look good because it's black and black because TAEMIN is also in black? Most likely, I think it looks good. I wonder if they play with different colors a little bit. If he was wearing a different color, if that would have been interesting as well. But I think they had to choose black because it's the only color that would stand out in this color palette. It's a very bright background actually. So I think it's fine for what it is. Nice drone shot. A very nice aesthetic here. I mean, these are just things that they placed here. So these are the only props they have. But I love that they're still in the same location. They have some lights. I mean, we can see that the sun is basically here somewhere, but they have all these lights pointing at him here. And I love the sand still. The sand is such a beautiful, natural movement that's happening right here. You do have a bit of a tire track here. That's totally fine. Or car tire tracks. You can actually see that. Whoever came here, I love picking these things up, you know, like you can see that there was a car here, dropped off all these props and most likely drove away again. It could be over here somewhere or behind this hill. I'm not really sure, but I'm happy that they went this way. Again, if it was me, maybe the tire tracks could have come from behind the camera, so we don't have to film them, but they're there and that's totally fine. Unless they were not even there, you know, for the props, I might be mistaken, but maybe scrape them away for a little bit more of a perfect shot, but it's totally fine. Really good job on lighting here though. To have lighting like this just takes a lot of effort because you need either a very strong light or you need a lot of reflectors to reflect light. But I don't think they used a reflector here because it was super windy. It would have been blown out of hand. So they used panels, but it looks really good. I really think as well for TAEMIN's videos, they always have these intense scenes like this where they really come close to him. It looks really good. That's all I can say. It's fan service. People like this. I understand why they like it because it just makes it a little bit more personal between the viewer and TAEMIN himself. So whoever directed this, most likely TAEMIN had a say in this as well. It looks good just. Interesting what they did here actually. Where is this? You see how blue this is, but then in the background they more or less color graded it so that it has no color. Really interesting what they did here. Interesting take. Why did I show a windmill though? Like, I don't get why they would show this at all. Just purely, like, what's the correlation between the windmill? It's so unnatural compared to the rest. Like, I would have just ignored this scene completely. It doesn't add anything to it. And if we have to compare it to the next scene, this looks fantastic. The windmill just doesn't do anything. It adds nothing to it. Very nice scene, very nice shot here. I think mirrors, I already said this a million times in all of my videos. You play with mirrors, you get some nice reflections. It makes everything look so much bigger than what it is. But again, they are using really, really, really wide angle lenses in all their shots. It's an interesting take. I love the red here, to be honest. So red would have also been very interesting with the piano. I think they could have gone for red, but maybe they didn't want to spoil that scene and make this appear a little bit later. It's an interesting take. I think they are playing always with fantastic colors with TAEMIN. It's always so beautiful to look at him in his outfits. It's as if the outfits were made for him, as if they were really making sure that he wears the best of the best. And it's good. It's really nice to see. Very nice contrast to the background. was a bit of a weird grain. Do you guys see that? What is happening here? What? Is this an upload error or what is this? That's not a special effect, or? That's grain. Did I film this at nighttime maybe with a very wide lens? And this is just, oh, this must be video grain. Interesting though, it's interesting. I don't know what caused it. I don't know why it's there, but it's there. Is it really good? No. Is it there? Yeah, but it's so, you know, you can just ignore it as well. That's the thing. There's a lot of the grain though. Wow. Was that all just a mirror shot or not? That is just... Okay, we have TAEMIN here, we have TAEMIN there. Is that all one shot? That's actually impressive. That's all I want to say. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, also always the broken mirrors. I think they also said this in Criminal, means that something is shattered within him. That's what I mean. Like, is there a second reasoning between all the different scenes? You know, like we have a split personality between TAEMIN, a broken side and a healed side. I'm really curious if this is his art. Don't cut yourself, man. Really nice cutting here as well. That's something I want to just pull apart really quick, and not even pull apart, I just want to compliment. I love how slow the scenes are. I love how you can take everything in and admire everything that's happening. And that is something that I think they do perfectly with TAEMIN, and it really allows him to, or they allow him to basically showcase his beauty and his art, because he has a very unique way of doing his presenting, you know, on video. And I'm happy that they really give him all the time that he needs. It's nice. I have a feeling there's someone here throwing all these things in the air. This is all practical, you know, this is all real elements. I don't know what it is, like a foam. It would be so cool to find out what this actually is. But I also say it's nice how they kept the spotlights in the scene to point at him. It really makes everything as if it was part of the entire video. It's just beautiful. It makes everything flow within each other much nicer. They really love lens flares in this video though, a lot of lens flares. And if people don't know what a lens flare is, let me just show it to you. This is a lens flare. It's basically a light shooting in the camera, and it creates these streaks of light in the lens. That's what happens in the lens. And you can also add this in After Effects or in Premiere or any type of editing software you have. It's just an effect, but it looks good. Really nice though. Again, throw more, throw more. I'll be honest, I can really imagine that. Where is this scene? Let's have a look for it. Sorry guys, we have to go back a little bit. Where is it? Here. Again, we see all this. What is it? It's all these grains, so all this weird grain. I really think what happened here is they were shooting at a very dark time of the day, and they tried to make everything as bright as possible, and it caused this. This is a weird effect because you do not see it everywhere. You only see it on him and where there is some information, aka material. You do not see it in the background because it's too bright. But okay, they went with it still. They're using the equipment, they're using the shots. If this is what they had, fantastic. If they didn't have another day, well, it sucks. But they have to make do with what they have. So it's a good alternative just to use the shots. Better than using nothing. Plus the fans wouldn't care too much, would they? I mean, you guys, be honest. You wouldn't care if there was a mistake in the video. But very nice, I must say. Very nice music, very calm. Everything is flown beautifully together. A lot of beauty shots, a lot of elements. that are flowing with the music, which I think is fantastic. And you can also see with SM Entertainment that when they slowly fade in their logo, it means it's a little bit more of an emotional song and they just don't want to bang it into someone's face. It looks good. Looks really good. So yeah, guys, that was TAEMIN with Under Your Skin. I just want to say, my God, what a fantastic video. It's nothing too complicated. It's nothing too crazy. And I like what they do with it. They really allow TAEMIN to live his part. And I think that is so important because all his videos are a little bit more unique from the rest of the K-pop world because they're focusing on one artist and it's never over the top. It's never super crazy. It's all focused on the choreography. It's all focused on TAEMIN's emotions, on what he sees as a vision. And what I already see with his videos, there always seems to be two sides of his productions. One is that it's a little bit more of an open space, aka nature, somewhere in the outside world, and one is in the studio. And I'm always curious if there is a bit of a split personality within his storytelling, because I have a feeling as if he was always entrapped, as if he cannot escape a certain world and he wants to live outside in the freedom, because every time he's outside, he's moving, he's dancing and doing his thing. While we're in the house, he always feels a little bit more as if he was, you know, being held back. And it's a very interesting take because it's the good storytelling. I love when there is some sort of storytelling and you can get out of a video and think, what is actually happening here and how can we move on? And you can analyze the video and everyone has their own take on it. But for me, I must say the storytelling is literally a 10 out of 10. It's always fantastic with TAEMIN. And I really enjoy his videos. They always allow for you to basically take in all the information slowly, bit by bit, and not make it overly crazy. And that's something that I always adore by SHINee or by TAEMIN or by SM Entertainment. Their shots are just really playful. They allow people to analyze, look, and understand what's happening, which I think is just a very important take when you're doing videography work. But guys, what did you think of TAEMIN and Under My Skin? Do you enjoy the song? Did you not enjoy the song? I'm curious on your take as well, because I think he deserves all the recognition that he can get. I mean, I know he's super famous already, but he's going to go to the army soon, which is a bit of a shame. But that is life. And that is why we should give him all the attention that he deserves, because, hey, he deserves it. He's a solo artist when he's with TAEMIN alone, and he does a fantastic job with it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And like always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed. And of course, I'll catch you on the next video. So catch you then and see you then.